My interest in the beat writers really began when I was in college. I went to some poetry readings on campus of Lawrence Ferlinghetti and Allen Ginsberg, and they seemed to be reading poetry that was new, or at least new to me. So I was interested in them, and then when I had the occasion to do a college paper, I chose to do it on Lawrence Ferlinghetti. He was very generous with me and answered a lot of my questions, but invited me out to San Francisco to go through his files. And after working with him for a week or so out there, I became friends, and that friendship has continued for more than 40 years. I met most of the beat writers in the late 60s and early 70s through both Lawrence Ferlinghetti and Allen Ginsberg. Allen was the great introducer. He would introduce people from his various readings to other people, to publishers, to friends. It was just a way of, once you knew Allen, meeting everyone in the entire world. I decided to call the book "The Typewriter is Holy," based on a line in Allen Ginsberg's poem, Footnote to Howl. Allen was trying to say that everything in the world was holy. The people he knew were holy. The crazy people he knew were holy. The bums on the street were holy. Different parts of the body that I shouldn't mention here were holy. He was saying that everything is holy, and one of the lines was, "The typewriter is holy." And since all of their writing was done in the 50s and 40s on typewriters, I thought that made sense to have that be a catchy title for the book. I think today we can thank the Beat generation for a lot of different things. Their goal was to free the word and to fight against censorship. Once they had achieved that, though, the freedom of the word, the freedom of speech, went on to revolutionize our society in the 60s and 70s through the sexual liberation movement. Gay rights came out of the free speech movement. I think a lot of people feel that the Beat generation was composed of juvenile delinquents, people who had no education, who were always in trouble with the law, who used drugs exclusively, who never had an original thought in their heads. And I think people would be pretty interested to find out that many of these people had very good formal educations. They went to Ivy League schools. Some of them have PhDs. There were only a few who fit into the role of being juvenile delinquents. I was influenced by the Beat writing through becoming aware of their openness, how they expressed themselves. No matter what was in the back of their mind, they were willing to put it on paper. And that had a big influence on me, especially in the 60s when people were trying to figure out what's going on in the world.